Hi everyone, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying the anniversary party for They Call Me Blessed. I know that there are lots of good resources, and so I hope you guys are all finding lots of encouragement and inspiration and support in your homeschooling journey. I know I'm super happy to be here. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jen, and I am the coffee drinker and writer behind Practical by Default Solutions for the Working Homeschool Mom. And I'm here to talk to you guys about how to avoid burnout. You know, this time of the year, I find many people are really struggling with burnout. I don't know if it's the weather or just the fact that we've been homeschooling for a while and it's starting to get to us. So today I want to share with you 3 basic steps that you can take to avoid homeschool burnout. Because really, burnout can happen to anyone and it can vary from person to person what it looks like. Generally speaking, burnout is more than being tired, exhausted, or not wanting to do anything, okay? So it's just not your regular, I'm tired, but it's more than that. And so it's really important that we find ways to avoid burnout. So the 3 steps that I'm going to share with you today are, number 1 is to set priorities, number 2 is to have open communications, and number 3 is to be super awesome to yourself, okay? So with so many roles that we have as moms, you know, we have mother, daughter, wife, friend, sometimes employee, sometimes we're boss. It's really hard to juggle all the things that we need to do. It's hard to know what needs to be done, what can wait, and what can be done by others. We all have the same amount of time, 24 hours in a day. And trust me, I've pretty much tried everything, and so far I haven't figured out how to add any extra hours to my day. But if you figure it out, let me know, okay? So it's how we use that time that we do have that matters. So let's get into step 1. It's setting priorities. So the best way to assess your unique situation and make adjustments as you see fit is to look at your own personal schedule, okay? So what works for me may not work for you because your schedule and your lifestyle and your family is unique. We all don't have the exact same situation. Personally, I find the best way to avoid burnout is to decide what I really need to be doing versus what I want to do. Because I want to do everything, but I can't always do that. I'm only one person, and so are you. So for me, asking questions and seeing where I need improvement is the best way to avoid burnout. Asking myself things like what needs to be done today, this week, or this month, and then really being honest with the answers. Need versus want. You want to do it all, but you can't do it all. So what do you need to be doing? Make those the priorities and then let the other things go. Especially if you know if something busy is going to come up, maybe you have an increase in your work schedule, or maybe you know that there are going to be holidays. This type of thing can take up a lot of our time. So knowing what we need to do versus what we want to do and then choosing our priorities carefully can really help lighten the load. The second thing that we want to do is to open the communication with our family. I cannot express to you how important it is to have open communication with those in your house and letting them know how they can help you cope with everything. You know, asking for help doesn't make you any less capable of running your own life. And it is hard to ask for help. Sometimes admitting that we need help can be very difficult. But when we do this, it helps them feel part of the family, especially within our family. So, you know, go ahead, get your kids involved, get your spouse involved, help them lighten the load and make your life even just a little bit more easy. Buying out of the time of your busy schedule, sitting down and discussing these things with your loved ones is super important. Some of us have family outside the home that can help. They'll often say, let me know if there's any way I can help. But if you don't ask them, they'll never know what they can do. I have some ideas in which ways that they can help. Some of them might be picking the kids up from a sitter, taking the kids overnight if you need a break, driving you to work if you're a working homeschool mom, especially if you're juggling one vehicle, taking care of errands that you just don't have time to do. Perhaps you have family obligations like looking after elderly ones. Maybe they can do that once in a while to give you a break. The number 3 one is to be awesome to yourself. This means me time. I don't know about you, but I tend to leave myself off the list quite a bit. However, just taking a few minutes each and every day to find times to just breathe, relax, do something for you can really help alleviate some of the stress and help us to avoid burnout. I'm going to be honest with you, this is something that nobody can do for you. Only you can put yourself on the list and make sure that you find time for you. You know, they can cook you meals, but you're the one that has to eat them. And your family can take the kids for a break, but you're the one that has to make use of that time. Some ideas for taking time for you is maybe taking a break, taking a walk, reading a book, or maybe even choosing a movie or a show that you want to watch. When's the last time you picked the movie? I don't know about you, but it might have been a while. Sometimes one of my favorite ways to take a break is to have a coffee with a friend or, learn something new. Exercising, moving even for 30 minutes 3 times a week can really help relieve stress. Eating healthier and drinking water, those are some ways that I have to struggle. But it helps you if you're taking care of yourself. These things really help us to avoid burnout. So the 3 things that you can do that help you to avoid burnout are set priorities, ask for help, and use me time. In order for me to use this, I really find that it helps at the end of each month for me to take a few minutes and sit down, look at my schedule, see what's coming up, and see what needs to be done, where I can get others to help, and how I can get the family involved. I also ask 10 questions, so I'm going to share those with you. They are, what needs to be prioritized this month? What hours do I need to work? So this is perfect if you're a working homeschool mom. Maybe you work at home, maybe you work for others. Finding out if you can make adjustments to those hours. How much school needs to be covered? So what subjects really need to be covered? What programs and schedule will allow me to fulfill those needs? What goals do I need to set? And how can my family help me reach those goals? How can others in the household help? Maybe my spouse or my kids can get involved. Who can help cover those extras? So I try to make a list of a couple people outside the family that I can call if I need help. And then I find time in my busy schedule to sit down and discuss the needs that need to be done. And the last one, but very important, is how am I going to find time for me? Whatever type of homeschooling mom you are, by following these 3 steps and taking action, you can avoid burnout. See, being a mom is hard. Being a homeschool mom is really hard too. And adding that extra layer of being a working homeschool mom, well, it's all hard. But you can do it. Set priorities, talk to others, and make time for yourself. Don't wait. Make this the month that you're looking forward to. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with me today. For more information, you can read a written post about this with the link in the bio below the comments. I really hope you're enjoying yourself, and I can't wait to meet all of you. Talk to you later.